Greetings, citizens of the internet, you can call me Nitro Indigo, and welcome back to my extremely riveting Let's Play of Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. In the last episode, we went to Mount Thunder, defeated Zapdos and rescued Shiftry, and in this episode, we're going to go to Great Canyon to find out where the protagonist came from. Now, this is my third attempt at recording the episode because yesterday I tried to record the episode and I died 3 times before giving up. And then the second time I tried, I recorded the episode, died once, and then I got up to the penultimate floor of the Great Canyon, and then I died again, and I just got really annoyed and cancelled that recording. The first recording attempt was yesterday, the second recording attempt was just before this one, so sorry if I sound rather aggravated throughout this. Indigo, good morning! Yesterday, I did some checking around. It turns out that the Hill of the Ancients is apparently in the Great Canyon. We should go there right away, after the Great Canyon. Huh? What's the matter? Listen, Peril. Huh? Why are you so happy? Why? Why? What? You need to ask. I don't really get why it says it's not for you or it's for someone else, because who else could it be unless it's badly translated and it's supposed to be saying that the partner was happy for the player. You said it! Let me try harder to do my best because it's not about me. We're friends, aren't we, Indigo? I want to do my best because it's for you, Indigo. That's what this is about, so as always, let's try our best to do well. I'm not going to take any recruited Pokemon with me because I don't want to have to risk losing, wasting Reviver Seeds on them, to be honest. And I'm just going to do some shopping real quick, though. Along the way, I bought the Safari friend area, just like the previous 2 attempts. And that's the only friend area I'm going to buy in the last 2 attempts because I don't want to spend too long here. This is just becoming torture for me at this point, honestly. This is the Great Canyon. The peak is called the Hill of the Ancients. According to Alakazam, the Hill of the Ancients is on the 13th floor, and I have really had bad luck with this dungeon, so it is quite appropriate, as I said in the last recording attempt. Xatu should be in there. Well, not in there. Indigo, let's do our best. Now, one thing I like about this game that isn't done in future Pokémon Mystery Dungeon games, except very loosely with legendaries, and even then not really, is that some Pokemon lore actually plays a role in the plot. Like, for example, we're going to see Xatu, and the reason we're going to see Xatu is because Xatu can see the future. And it's rather fitting that you find... I don't know what I was going to say there. Ugh. And this is a very pretty dungeon as well, because I just really like the colour orange. I don't think I'd ever actually want to go to a desert anytime. This is kind of like a North American type desert, a canyon, which is fitting because Xatu is based on Native American totem poles, as I was trying to say earlier. And in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon fandom, there is a quite well-known Pokemon Mystery Dungeon fanfiction, would be a better way to word that, called Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Silver Resistance. And that fanfiction contains several songs which are to the tune of music from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. And the first one, which is the Resistance Creed, is to the tune of Great Canyon. So once I inevitably run out of things to talk about, I'll sing that. And I keep tripping over my words because I'm just frustrated at this point. And I did that in the last recording attempt as well, and I was pretty good at it, and then I died. This was the first time I died, by the way, and I need to equip. Yeah, that's the problem. There's a bit of a delay between pressing a menu icon and then and then the menu actually opening. So sometimes I'll close a menu and then open it again by accident. And I have a bit of a story with Skiploom. Once I was doing an escort mission with Skiploom as my client, and all the escorts were at level 1, and they also don't have any IQ, so they just keep spamming status moves constantly if they know any. And in this case, the Skiploom kept spamming Synthesis, and it got itself killed. And it happened to me in Explorers as well when I recruited a Beautifly, and it kept using Moonlight non-stop. And I don't know why don't use HP restoring moves and at full HP is a thing that you need to unlock instead of it being from the start. Because as I've said, IQ skills are honestly just bad game design. It makes you, basically, you have to earn things that should be basic, common AI. And they clearly had the ability to program these things in, so why didn't they do it in the first place? But on the other hand, I don't really like Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon system of giving things to previously IQ skills to the AI from the start, like Pokemon being able, using moves for each other and taking attacks for each other, because I just thought those were kind of things that were nice but weren't really essential and they felt worthy to be earned. There's quite a lot of Pokemon in this dungeon that are weak to fire, so Brill is useful here, but because, and for some reason she's not getting anywhere near the foes, but because the AI in this game is bad and she doesn't have an IQ skill which tells her to use super effective moves yet, she'll frequently forget that she has Ember and use moves that aren't super effective instead. Bad game design, yay! And also in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, you can have multiple starters conditions at the same time. Because I distinctly remember this time in, like, when I was playing Explorers, my character was asleep and paralysed at the same time. So, another thing, because like I have a list of things I want to talk about in the next episode of my Let's Play, because of the delay in this series, and this list was written a long time ago, and I've already said this in the previous two recording attempts, but no one has ever seen them apart from me, so... In one issue of Official Nintendo magazine, there was a quiz about Nintendo games. One of the questions was, what was the last rare game on a Nintendo console? And the answer was Viva Pinata Pocket Paradise. Since that game was such a big part of my childhood, I didn't think much of it at the time, but in recent years I've come to realise that it was designed to trip people up because most people would have answered Star Fox Adventures, because that was the last game they made before they were bought by Microsoft. And basically the reason for that was because there was a bunch of, because Microsoft didn't have a handheld, they were allowed to make games for Nintendo's handhelds for some reason. But a side effect of that means that no one's ever heard of these games because they can't be re-released for obvious legal reasons, and it's all kind of awkward. But like, I noticed this a lot. I didn't realise that Viva Pinata originated as an Xbox 360 game. I just thought that the Pocket Paradise was based on the cartoon, and I loved the cartoon, but I never knew like what channel it was on. I think it might be Nickelodeon, and the only episode of it I can actually remember is one where Fergie Fudgehog joins a dancing competition called Four Left Feet. It's a bit of a weird show. If it's on DVD or anything like that and I can watch it in the UK, please let me know. And on my first run-through of attempt at this recording, I recruited a Doduo and named him Scotch, but I lost him the first time I died, because if you recruit a Pokemon and then die before getting to the end of the dungeon, then the recruits will be lost because of bad game design. They don't do this in later games, thankfully. And they also phased out IQ starting with Gates of Infinity, and by phased out I mean they got rid of it completely. And then the second go around, the first time I went through Great Canyon, the first time I went through Great Canyon on the second attempt was, I recruited, a Phanpy, and I named him Elephant, and then I also lost him, so that was pretty bad. Actually, I think it was my second attempt at it was my second attempt at the dungeon. It was my second attempt at the dungeon in the second recording attempt. And I do not remember having this much trouble with this dungeon when I was younger, but it has been quite a long time since I played this game before the Let's Play, so I don't know. But I haven't lost a Reviver Seed yet, so things are looking good. And this is a Vileplume. A streamer named Terry Turnip had a similar experience with me with the Skip Plume, because she had a Vileplume Escort that kept using aromatherapy constantly and kept trying to use it after it ran out of PP, because using moves that haven't run out of PP is also an IQ skill, and it's mutually exclusive with don't use regular attacks for some stupid reason, as I've said before. And so she ended up having to like box Vileplume into a corner behind her Voltorb in order to stop it from getting killed. And non-traitor IQ skill basically means the Pokemon won't hurt its allies when it's confused, and when a Pokemon is confused, its attacks go in random directions, and not just attacks, all its movements. And the Heracross here are pretty annoying. I've been like OHKO'd by them before. And Ensure means that Pokemon will survive like any attack and have 1 HP left for a set number of turns. it doesn't specify what the set number of any of these turns are. If anyone knows, please let me know. Is it random? Like Encore was like a random between like 3 and 7 turns in Generation 4, at 3 and 4 I think, or it used to be, and it's not anymore because Pokemon is kind of like, people talk about like Pokemon, previous generations of Pokemon in past tense because of the way Pokemon, because the Game Freak don't want to change the mechanics too much because it's of competitive and all that. Everything just feels more like an update, which is a great. I find a lot of people have with Pokemon, and it's something that has caused many people, myself included, to get burned out on it. But that's what spin-offs are for. And to be honest, I really kind of wish they'd make a Pokemon action RPG spin-off. Like, I was sort of like, I remember once having this like idea of something that was like Viva Pinata meets Ever Oasis meets the original Digimon world, but obviously maybe that would be a bit too convoluted. But I was thinking of like a game where you have like a place and you could attract various Pokemon there and then they can join you. But I was also thinking like the Digimon World 1 aspect would be like another, like, would kind of contradict the Viva Pinata one, because like in the original Digimon world, you basically go around the File Island, you find Digimon, you solve their problems, and then they join you. And I just kind of like the idea of that, to be honest. Like, even though Digimon World I've never actually played, I just saw a Let's Play of it. It's kind of it's like a very glitchy, badly translated, etc. game, and it just like has like something to it about it that appeals to me that doesn't really in any Digimon games. Maybe I'm biased because that was the first one I saw, even though I haven't played any Digimon game, but it's the one that appeals the most to me. Sort of like how Sonic Heroes is the Sonic game that's appealed the most to me, even though I've only played one stage of it once and I was absolutely terrible at it. Maybe I could play Sonic Heroes, it's not that expensive, but I just kind of like spoiled the whole game for myself because I was thinking, it's not really essential for me to play it, and I'm actually going through this really well this time. It's a Christmas miracle. And when I spoil the entire game for myself, it just kind of makes it harder for me to make me feel less motivated to play through it, which is probably why I put down Spirit Tracks for 2 years. But that's water under the bridge now. And I think I might as well sing the Resistance Creed now. We don't have much time left and my throat's a bit sore because I kind of shouted when I failed the last recording attempt, but I just need to take a deep breath. But first of all, I'm going to have to wait for the song to loop around. Freedom, peace, and war. Our fathers lived through once before. Freedom, peace of mind, one dream to live for all mankind. Our lives sing song, destiny goes on, light for the ones astray, those who have lost the way. Our lives come to be truth and mystery, and the roles that we now believe, and lives we were meant to see. Oh, oh, miracle, lessons learned and lives retold. Oh, oh, tales of old, it's how we live by what we know. The tale never dies, legend it abides. is that we come to know. Sorrows we ignore, dispelled, trapped in time. No, it's pride. I lost the words right now. Oh, yes, only lost paid right. Little sack. The light words of were once we paid the price of the final sacrifice. I flubbed them. And I've lost the song again. Wow, I did that in the last recording attempt too. I just kind of got distracted and flubbed the words and then just stopped singing. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to skip a verse and wait until the next chorus. But we're at the end of the dungeon anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I got to sing a lot more of the Resistance Creed in the last recording attempt.
Yes, we finally made it to the top, Indigo. This is the Hill of the Ancients. Look, over there. Indigo, is that Xatu over there? Excuse me, are you maybe Xatu? Hello? Maybe he doesn't hear me? Hello? Hello? It's useless. He's not responding at all. Maybe he's sleeping while on his feet?
Indigo, what should we do now? Tickle him.
Huh? Tickle him? Okay, it's worth a try.
Tickle, 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 which is now onomatopoeia apparently. I mean, it probably was onomatopoeia in Japanese version, but how these games are actually translated is not very well documented. Like, I don't see people bring it very often. Oh, in the original Japanese, it actually says this. So, if anyone knows what the Japanese version of the tickle line was, or anything in this game for that matter, please let me know. This game is very fond of ellipses, by the way.
It's no good, Indigo. He's not responding.
Snort.
Huh?
Snort. Giggle. Boo foo 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 foo.
He's finally laughing now. Is he just dense?
Ooh, savage.
Yikes!
Witness it. The sinking of the sun. Indeed, I am Xatu. You discerned my true identity.
Well, it's kind of easy because you are a Xatu, you idiot.
You are not an ordinary sort.
Guessed your identity? That's a bit much. No, I can tell.
I gave his Peril's voice.
No, I can tell this. You there. You are no ordinary Pokémon.
I actually pronounced it right.
You are human, yes.
Huh? How can you tell that?
All day, I stare at the sun, unblinking. It gives me sight for all things.
You sound like Pearl again.
The past and future, too.
If you know, please tell us, Xatu. Next to me is my friend Indigo. My friend woke up one morning as a Pokémon, and without any memory as a human. Xatu, you can tell, can't you? Please tell us.
The calamities of nature. There have been many in recent times. They occur because the world's balance is upset. And you're becoming a Pokémon.
I don't like it when people put like the possessive pronoun and then a verb in the present continuous. It just looks wrong to me.
They are tied together, inseparably so.
Wait, Indigo becoming a Pokémon and the natural disasters are related? What do you mean? What does Indigo have to do with the natural disasters we've been seeing? What is it? Why did you climb up? Please tell us, please.
There are bigger concerns. I am afraid. The world's balance, it must be restored. Or the unthinkable shall befall our world.
Huh? You're serious? The unthinkable is coming?
You don't say. Stop repeating everything. To be blunt, Pokemon games have never been the best at respecting the audience's intelligence, because in Guardian Signs, there's this really frustrating scene where they tell you exactly what you can do while you're riding Raikou, and then the characters just feel the need to like tell you like a song about what Raikou can do, and it's just one of the most frustrating things I've ever had to sit through in a video game, and it's really boring because everyone just stands there after you summon the legendary Thundercat. Every day I see it. The same feature every day. I skip through that too quickly. I dread it.
Xatu!
I fear it. The world's destruction. Also, my voice keeps changing.
The world's destruction?
Isn't that a surprise? I'm trying to do his voice in the anime, but I just can't.
That Indigo was human.
Okay, now he sounds like Perel, but not.
That's going to be useful. This should be interesting. Kick it!
Would you like to save your adventure? No! The next morning...
Good morning, Indigo. Let's keep doing good. Actually, I want to ask you something. What do you think about what Xatu said yesterday? Does it bother you?
No, not really, because I've played this game before.
Huh? It doesn't concern you? Indigo, don't joke around. It's not funny. The world might be destroyed. And how you became a Pokemon, Indigo, that's all supposed to be related. Oh, I get it. I wasn't thinking. You should be more worried than I am, Indigo. You're in the middle of this. Of course you're worried. I'm sorry, Indigo. I should have realised. Xatu said that the world will be ruined if nothing is done. I want to do something, but there's something I don't understand. So, the world's balance, what is it?
Indigo, do you know what the world's balance is? Don't know.
Okay, I guess so. You wouldn't know. I can't imagine what the world's balance is about. To be honest, I don't know what we should do. I guess we'll just have to do what we can. One thing at a time.
And now I'm going to go into Pokemon Square.
Huh? What are they chatting about? And I've said chattering even though it's not in there.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked.
I always thought it was only a legend.
But could it be true? I'm having a hard time believing it.
Hi, what's happening? Well, you know the Ninetales legend? That old story? The Ninetales legend? What's that? What? You don't know? You know, it's that old fairy tale.
Don't be silly, Lombre. The fairy type hasn't been invented yet.
How you'll get cursed if you ever grab one of Ninetales' tails.
And another thing I don't like is when a word ends in S, they put an apostrophe and then another S. I don't like that either.
All this time, everyone thought it was just a legend. But lately, it's been rumoured that maybe it really happened.
Gee, I wonder if it has anything to do with the plot revelations that just happened. Well, it sure is still a mere rumour. I wouldn't put too much stock into that story if I were you. Personally, I don't believe in rumours of that sort.
If you want to know more about the Ninetales legend, you should go see a Pokemon named Whiscash. He knows his story well. Whiscash is, in his pond. You should visit him if you want to know more.
But first, I'm going to store all my money.
Whiscash told us folklore from long ago.
I can't remember what voice I gave Caterpie, so he just has the Mickey Mouse voice now.
It was fun.
The folklore was fun and interesting. Whiscash is very wise. Metapod is now monotone because I can't remember what voice I gave him either, but I was thinking about his voice in the anime where he just says Metapod, as in the entire Metapod species in the normal anime, because Metapod doesn't appear in Team Go-Getters out of the gate.
Ho ho ho, you wish to hear me tell old folklore? What was that? You wish to hear the Ninetales legend?
Yes.
Ho ho ho, fine then, let me recount the tale. There once lived a Pokemon by the name of Ninetales. Now, Ninetales had many tails, 9 of them in fact, all of them imbued with psychic power. Even though it's a fire type. Although to be honest, I don't
I mean, I understand why Ninetales is a fire type because it learns a lot of fire type moves, but it just doesn't really look like a fire type, and nothing about the Kitsune legend, which is what it's based on, really screams fire. It was said that anyone so foolish as to touch a tail would be cursed for 1,000 years. Like, and neither does Ninetales' design scream fire. But there was someone so foolish as to grab a tail, and it was a human.
A human?
Yes, a human, you don't say. And I went back to my normal voice halfway through. As you might expect, the human that grabbed the tail was subjected to a 1,000-year curse. However, just when the curse was cast, a Pokemon named Gardevoir shielded the human. That's another example of Pokemon lore being incorporated into the plot, because Gardevoir is said in the Pokedex to be very protective of its trainer, and sacrificed herself to absorb the curse.
Why? Why would that Pokemon, Gardevoir, take the human's place?
To Gardevoir, that human was her partner. There exists strong bond between humans and Pokemon.
Okay, but humans, aren't there good humans and bad ones too?
And in later games, the whole stuff about humans is just kind of more like a setup and doesn't really have any relevance to the plot thematically or otherwise whatsoever. Correct. Taking pity on Gardevoir, Ninetales asks the human this. Do you wish to save Gardevoir? It asked. I haven't decided what voice I'm going to give Ninetales, so she just has Whiskatu's voice for now. But the human had already abandoned Gardevoir and fled. Ninetales became disillusioned with the human, and it made this prediction. That human will one day be reborn as a Pokemon.
What? A human will turn into a Pokemon?
The word will wasn't in that sentence. I keep filling in the gaps when there are no gaps to fill in. And when the human becomes a Pokemon, the world's balance will be upset. And that is how the legend ends. Well, do you find it interesting? Aha! You found it so interesting, you're at loss for words? Ho ho ho! There's no need to wear such a serious expression. Certainly some rumours say the legend may actually be true, but it's also only ancient folklore, nothing more. If you feel the urge to hear my tale again, come see me, ho ho ho. Now, one thing I really like about the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series in general, even if I've come to like the plots a bit less over the years, is how they tell stories through their music. Like, they use motifs a lot, but they're always thematically significant. So the music you heard in that cutscene and in the Xatu cutscene is called by the fandom as The Legend of Ninetales. As far as I know, it has no official name, and it's a remix, or at least evocative of the personality quiz theme, and the theme that plays in Dreams is also evocative or of the personality quiz theme. So that's a really nice thing that I like, and this is actually continues into later games, unlike most of the little things I like about this game, because I played Explorers first, so I took that for granted, and then I got a bit burned out on it. And I wonder what we should do today.
Say, Indigo, what to call it a day now? I can't seem to get motivated today. I'm sorry, I for one need to go home before we're done, but I just can't seem to get motivated. I guess it's because I heard that story.
I still can't laugh on cue.
I'll go home and try to get some sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. Indigo, sorry! I started doubting you a little, Indigo, but I'm not going to worry anymore. I believe in you, Indigo. Because you're a friend like no other, Indigo. I keep ending my sentences with Indigo. You're a friend, like I'd never get again. Okay, Indigo, let's do our best tomorrow like always.
I can't believe I actually got through Great Canyon in one take in this recording attempt. It's a really good thing. You don't say so. Again. It's that dream again. I always see this silhouette. It's not a silhouette, it's a translucent sprite, you idiot. Who could it be? Oh, it's saying something. But I can't quite make it out. It's clearer than it was before, but I'll try talking to it. Hello, please tell me. You? Who are you? I am Gardevoir, because I am a Gardevoir.
Gardevoir?
Okay, why did my voice turn into a bit perilous for a moment? I'm so glad. I finally got to meet you.
Finally met me?
You knew me from before? What about me? And I kept slipping into perilous voice again. I am your
Oh, wait!
Oh wait, I keep getting pause just a little longer. I want to know more. No, it's fading. The next morning. What a strange dream. It's the dream I always have, but it was clearer than it was before. I think I finally learned who that Pokémon was. That's it! Gardevoir! It was Gardevoir! Yesterday, Whiscash said, "Yay for flashing back to things we just saw." Yes, a human. As one might expect, the human that grabbed the tail was subjected to a curse of 1,000 years. However, just when the curse was cast, a Pokémon named Gardevoir shielded the human and sacrificed herself to absorb the curse.
Why? Why would that Pokemon Gardevoir take the human's place?
To Gardevoir, that human was her partner. There exist strong bonds between humans and Pokemon. Maybe I was the human who was Gardevoir's partner. Maybe I was the one that abandoned Gardevoir when she was cursed. Maybe that's why I turned into a Pokemon.